In this video I will show you the exact guitar practice system that is turning beginner players into professional players in the shortest amount of time possible. And I got the data to back it up. Around 50,000 guitar players went through this amazing transformation already. And I honestly could not be more proud of my guitar students over on Patreon. So this actually works and you only need 3 exercises to get started. I will show you all 3 of them in this video. And the reason why I'm making this video right now is because I am going through these steps as well with you, because I was traveling and I didn't have access to any guitar for around a week. So it's time to get in shape again together with you. Here's the first exercise you will need. So it's no secret that you should work on your picking technique every single day in your guitar practice routine. Alternate picking, so a consecutive motion of down, up, etc. is kind of the foundation of pretty much all guitar playing, any styles you can think of, but most guitar players practice it in a very inefficient way. Beginners usually pick one note and then just go down, up, maybe to a metronome. Of course, that's okay to get a general feeling for alternate picking, but even intermediate players use a similar practice approach where they maybe choose 3 notes on one string and then they work on repetitive patterns like this. And then at the next level, self-proclaimed professional players are just blazing through scales kind of randomly in their routines. All of these ways of practicing alternate picking are quite inefficient. What you actually need in order to make the most amount of progress with your picking technique, to really unlock your wrist and to play anything you want as fast as you want all across the neck, is a picking exercise that is perfectly tailored to nailing advanced string transitions, string crossing, string skipping, and hand synchronization. And this is the one that I'm going for in the next couple of days, and I can't recommend it enough. So with this one, I'm working on string skipping right away. I'm not playing a bunch of random notes on just one string and I'm repeating that, or I'm not just playing 3 notes on every single string. I'm playing one note on the high E string, C on the 8th fret. That is followed by an upstroke on the G string and another downstroke on the D string. Then I'm playing those exact same notes once again, but pay attention to the picking pattern, because we played 3 picking strokes, the pattern is turning around. So it's down, up, down, up, down, up. Then I have 3 notes on the high E string. This is a little stretch from the 8th to the 12th fret. Avoid any kind of excessive wrist movement when it comes to that. Just keep your thumb behind your fingers nicely to support them. And after those 3 notes, I have to skip another string, so I'm skipping the B string to play this last phrase, which again forces me to quickly transition between some different strings. And I hope you can already hear that this is a very nice and musical sounding exercise. It doesn't exactly sound like a chromatic or a semi-chromatic workout. And in the second measure we continue with those groups of 3. So the picking pattern is turning around for each of those groups. First one starts with a downstroke, second one starts with an upstroke, third one starts with a downstroke again. And then I'm leading into one last really cool arpeggio phrase. And the practice goal for this exercise is being able to play it controlled and relaxed at 100 beats per minute. Here's what that sounds like. By the way, my friends, all of the amazing sounding, practical, really beneficial exercises I'm showing to you in this video are part of the brand new Guitar Growth Formula practice package I just uploaded to my Patreon community. The package includes very slow and faster play-along videos so that you can practice these workouts together with me in your routine, backing tracks with and without my guitar, guitar profiles, and detailed PDF tab sheets where you can see the upstrokes and downstrokes and which frets to actually play on. In addition to the new practice package, you also get access to over 20 full guitar courses when you join today. So click the link down below, become a guitar student for real and download the new practice package. I'll see you over there. But now let's check out exercise number 2 right away. As you could see, this one is not so much about alternate picking and picking every single note anymore. You're starting with a hammer-on right away from the 8th to the 12th fret on the A string, and then you're going into a sweep or economy picking system. So for those first 3 strings, I don't really want to pick them individually like this. Check out my picking hand. I'm really just letting it fall like this. So this is great for training your sweep picking while also working on your fretting hand technique with those hammer-ons. But here's the twist and why this is such a great exercise. You're not just sweeping up and down like with most sweep picking exercises. It's actually a really interesting pattern because we're turning around the direction after those first 5 notes. So after that hammer-on the G string, I'm playing an upstroke on the D string. Then I continue to ascend in the pattern. And then I'm going into some pull-offs. Because with this exercise, I don't just want to work on my hammer-ons, I of course also want to work on my pull-offs as well. So here's the first really cool sounding practical phrase. And then I'm going into a really cool diminished arpeggio, focusing a bit more on that sweep picking aspect. Here's the second measure. So I'm ascending in this E diminished arpeggio shape. And to also work on sweep picking in the other direction, so descending, I'm sliding down into the exact identical symmetrical shape 3 frets down, or a minor third down right here. So here's the entire second measure. So this second step in the exercise follows the theme of working on actually practical sounding exercises and workouts. This is not just a technical drill, this is much closer to what you will actually be doing in a practical context when you're writing and performing guitar solos. And with this one you're working on your sweep picking, you're working on your hammer-ons, your pull-offs, your note spacing, because you really want all of these notes to be in time, which is quite tricky with a playing style like this. And you're also really focusing on hand synchronization, so working on this one will further connect your hands in a fun and easy way. And once again, this is your practice goal, playing this exercise at 100 beats per minute. Here's what that sounds like. And my friends, I have one more extremely powerful workout for your fretting hand fingers. Check out today's last exercise. I think you're gonna love it. Alright, so for this one, you're in the very common A minor scale, and as you might know, I like to play with this fingering, so index finger, middle finger and ring finger, because that way I can always extend it to a 4-note per string phrase with my pinky. If that's extremely uncomfortable for you, feel free to go for a different fingering like index, ring and pinky finger. But I'm starting like this. So a downstroke and some pull-offs from the 8th to the 7th to the 5th fret, C, B, A. Then I'm doing the same thing on the A string, but I'm adding hammer-ons in the end, so that's the first phrase. On the D string, I'm doing something quite interesting. I'm breaking out of the 3-note per string shape with a slide. And for the last note in the measure, I'm returning to the A string with an upstroke, playing F on the 8th fret. Check out how cool this sounds. And that kind of fluid, connected sound is what you're going for right here. No string noise. Every single note is spaced perfectly and also articulated in the same way. So not a super strong picked note followed by really weak hammered on notes. You really want that kind of clean, liquid fusion sound right here. And the second measure is even cooler. It starts with a downstroke on the D string, 7th fret, then another slide lick. Before I'm descending, just playing A on the 7th fret on the D string, and then going into the pull-offs from the start, extended with a slide again down to G on the 3rd fret. And once again, your practice goal with this one is playing it clean and controlled at 100 beats per minute, and this is what it should sound like. Right, my friend, now it's time to get to work. Watching this YouTube video is not enough. Now you need to practice with me. All you need to do is click the link down below, download the brand new practice package. This one has all the practice files you will need in order to make the most amount of progress in the shortest amount of time possible. And if you feel like you're kind of lacking the technical foundations to play this clean and tight, like you're not really sure how to hold the pick, you're getting a lot of string noise when you're trying to hammer on or pull off, or you simply can't play at 100 beats per minute, which is the practice goal for these workouts, remember that as my guitar student on Patreon, you also have access to my awesome guitar technique courses, and these will teach you step by step how to build those important fundamentals, how to get rid of the bad habits that are probably holding you back right now, and how to really practice to reach a professional level. Once again, I got the data to back it up. Over 50,000 players underwent an insane transformation in just a couple of weeks by joining my Guitar Academy on Patreon. So please allow me to also help you out. Just click the link down below. Join today. I'm waiting for you over there. Until then, have an awesome day. Greetings from LA and bye bye.